The numbers are in and we had some record sales. Wait, we had some vinyl record sales. We had some record vinyl sales. What I'm trying to say is that professionally graded and encapsulated vinyl is already commanding some out of this world prices. You're not gonna wanna miss this, so don't go anywhere. Save 10% on your next vinyl records purchase at mion.tokyo with promo code SPINS at checkout. Okay, wait, I'm back. Hey, what's up? I'm Jason. If you like this content, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel more than you know. Okay, let's jump right in. I've been covering the story of the professional grading and encapsulation of vinyl for the last couple of months now, and the first significant auction has just closed. So I want to take this opportunity to share the results with you and kind of wrap up phase one of the impending vinyl takeover with a big red bow. What is professional grading and encapsulation of vinyl? I'm so glad you asked. You can watch my first two videos here for a detailed breakdown of the story so far, but the short version is that there are a small handful of professional grading companies who, for a price, will authenticate and grade your records, returning them to you encased in plastic, presumably preserving them for all time. Historically, this process, which is already well established, most notably in the trading card and comic book worlds, provides extra value to collectibles while also ticking some collectors off who prefer to use said collectibles for their intended purpose rather than enshrining them for all time between two layers of plastic. The first batch of some of these records hit heritage auctions about a month ago. The auctions have finally closed and the results are in. So now is a perfect time to show you how they did. I'm gonna start off by showing you how some of the top performers in the auction did. Then we'll jump both onto Discogs and eBay to compare with other recent sales of the same albums. That way we can sort of infer how much value is added by having these records graded and encapsulated. All right, so here we are on the Heritage auction site. This list is sorted by final price with the highest price at the top. And the records I want to focus on are these three top performers that each commanded over $1,000, including the top spot, which commanded over $2,100. The reason this has two prices, for those that don't know, is that the bottom price includes a buyer's premium and is the ultimate price the winner will pay for the item. All right, so as you can see, the big winner of the auction was the Beatles' second album. This is a sealed first pressing that went for $2,125, and 12 bidders were in on this auction. This is a US Capital pressing, of course, and it received an overall grade of 9.0 by Tuned In Grading. I say overall, and because this is a sealed record, they're just grading the cover and the shrink wrap. So right from the jump, I mean, what do you think? $2,125? Is that an excessively high price to pay for this record? Well, before you answer, let's see what the sales trends are for this album on both Discogs and eBay. Okay, here's the recent sales data for the Beatles' second album from Discogs. Well, check this out. A sealed copy just sold, literally July 21st for $195 US. What a steal. Is this person gonna have it slabbed and auction it off? I mean, could you blame them if they do? I mean, that's incredible. We went from a $195 Discogs sale to a $2,100 Heritage sale. Or what the seller probably receives is $1,700 of that, but we're not done. We still have to check out eBay comps and see how this album typically does there. Okay, so let's pump the brakes because here we have a high sale from May of this year for a sealed copy which sold for over $1,500. So what is happening? Well, for one thing, eBay is aggregating every sale of this album regardless of pressing. But still, this is the highest sale I could find on Discogs, and it is for the exact pressing that was sold on Heritage with the number 3 Scranton pressing plant number on it. So, I mean, I don't know the exact pressing that's sold on eBay. As you can see, the one on Discogs has the 3 that's indicated in the Heritage auction. The one on eBay does not, so maybe it's a more rare pressing. I don't know. Beatles collectors, help me out here. But I think the big takeaway from this sale is either A, someone got a killer deal on Discogs, or B, Someone felt that a graded and encased copy was worth over 10 times what a raw copy goes for. And I'm using the term raw to mean unencapsulated. I mean, already very interesting data, right? Let's jump into the next record. This is the Smiths Louder Than Bombs. This record is not sealed and not in shrink. However, it is a promo copy, which sadly I could not find a listing for a promo copy on Discogs, so I just picked the pressing that seems to be the most highly sought after and commands the most money. This record received a grade of 9.0 and cost the buyer $1,375 US. What's the high sale on Discogs? Back in November of 2021, a mint copy sold for $121 US. And eBay, so this is a signed copy that sold for $700, but the next highest sale is this one that went for about $127 US. So very much in line with the Discogs sale, but 10 times less than the Heritage auction that went for over $1,300. 10 times.
I don't remember him being sick 9 times.
That's because it's 10 times. And this record probably cost less than $100 to have it graded and encapsulated, including shipping and insurance. Okay, last up we have the Rolling Stones, their Satanic Majesty's Request, sealed, stereo, first pressing. This is the US London label, not the Decca label, so it's a US first pressing. As you can see, someone paid a cool $1,000 for this one. It received a grade of 8.5, and this is the one where in my last video I was questioning the grade here. Maybe this is what an 8.5 looks like, but there are other 8.5s that look a whole lot cleaner than this one. And I mean, that's subjective, of course. I don't have the record in my hands to scrutinize, but just looking at these detailed pics, I don't know. Anyway, so $1,000, let's jump to Discogs. Okay, we have a mint copy that sold in April of 2023 for $80. It's not sealed, it's just a mint open copy, $80. And eBay, now a Decca pressing sold for over $500, but the first London pressing I can find is right here. It sold for $129 US. Now the buyer also paid $73 for shipping, so even if it's more like $200, okay, the encapsulated one went for $1,000, 5 times more than the next highest price sale on eBay. And this one is a little bit different because the Heritage auction record was sealed, but still. All right, so here is a summary of the results. Again, we had a sale of a sealed Beatles second album, first pressing, that sold for $2,125, over 10 times more than the last Discogs sale of $195. Next, we have the Smiths Louder Than Bombs opened first press that sold for $1,375. Granted, a promo pressing, but the next highest sale I could find was on eBay for $127. Again, a delta of 10 times. And lastly, we had the Rolling Stones, their Satanic Majesty's Request, sealed, stereo, US first pressing on the London label, which sold for $1,000. Next highest comp was $129 eBay sale. Even with the shipping essentially bringing the sale up to $200, the encapsulated record sold for 5 times more. So there you have it, our first professionally graded and encapsulated auction sale. And this isn't a one-off outlier kind of thing. There are more auctions coming around November and December of 2023, and you better believe I'll have my eye on those as well. So what do you think? Are you ready to send off some of your records for grading? I mean, one could hardly blame you if you did. These records are seeing 500 to 1,000% increases in the current market, and we are just getting started. On the other hand, does this service just embrace everything that's wrong with collecting? Records are meant to be heard, right? Is there a scenario where this does make sense to you? Are there records that it makes more sense than others to go ahead and have graded and encapsulated? Maybe very rare or very expensive records. I said it before, I'll say it again, wherever you stand on this issue, don't let it negatively impact your enjoyment of the hobby you love. But I will definitely be keeping a close eye on this topic and sharing with you anything interesting that pops up. If you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you missed my earlier videos in this series, you can still catch them right here. Here's part 1, here's part 2. And don't forget to save 10% on your next vinyl purchase at Mion.Tokyo using promo code SPINS at checkout. The link is in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.